I know you're scared. Yeah, I'd be too. Yeah, if I were you. I know you're scared. I'd be too. If I were you. You better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game. Cause all the girls you better bring your A game. Bring your A game. You better bring your A game. You better bring your A game.
Skollll Vikings. No one can downgrade us now. No one can doubt our team now. We have the best defense in the NFL. I don't want to hear any more doubters, especially from the national media. And much appreciation to Dan Orlovsky for staying with us the entire season so far. I am very excited for this team and for the future. Skollll. Comment down below. Skollll Vikes. But I'm very excited for the team and for the future of the team and just for everything. I could not find one wrong thing that happened in this game. I can't. We made a defensive stop in the fourth quarter on 4th and goal against a Texans team that is legit. We took C.J. Stroud out of the game. Even though Danielle Hunter tried to take Sam Darnold out of the game. But, Sam Darnold was okay, luckily. But, wow. And I predicted Cameron Bynum would have his first interception of the season and would be against C.J. Stroud. That Twitter post by me will forever be legendary now. Not to brag, of course. Not to brag at all. But I do take full ownership for that post and for that prediction of the Vikings and of Cameron Bynum getting that pick. But the whole thing is the team just balled out. What a monster game. What a monster performance by these Vikings. And you want to know another thing? We are 3-0, and we can't suffer from any more of the narratives of, oh, it's just this team. Oh, it's just that team. Oh, it's just so-and-so. No. We beat the Niners and the Texans. What more does the national media have to say? What more? Aaron Jones, man, what a runner he is. And what a 1-2 punch with Ty Chandler that is as well. He and Ty Chandler are a magnificent 1-2 punch. I love that crew so much. And, of course, you got Victor the Viking with his awesome tweets and his awesome mascot performance today, as always. It feels so complete to be a Vikings fan and to be associated with the Vikings. It feels so complete because we got a team with a mascot. We got a team with the best stadium in the NFL, a team with the best purple, better than the Ravens purple, and a team that is 3-0 in this season. Sam Darnold will forever have my respect. And you know what? Shout out to Paul Allen. Shout out to Paul Allen and everyone that was telling me not to doubt Sam Darnold early, including Purple Papa from the Vocal Vike podcast. Purple Papa. You're a great fan. You go on Vocal Vike's channel a lot. Comment there. You hype us up so much. And I deeply apologize for doubting Sam Darnold. That is our guy. If you're watching, I apologize to you, Purple Papa, for doubting Sam Darnold. I'm just so excited for what's left to come. I mean, this team has excited me so much. This team has given me so much hope, and I cannot wait. We're going to destroy the Packers, man. We're going to destroy the Packers. By the way, today was the battle of former Vikings players versus former Texans players. And after 3 weeks, Danielle Hunter had only 1.5 sacks, and Jonathan Grenard had 4 sacks throughout 3 weeks. So that's something to say. Shaquille Griffin, by the way, is hyped for this win. Shaquille Griffin was on the sideline, with his family and having lots of fun after this victory. Wow. That 3-0 feeling is something you cannot get over. And shout out to True North Media. Wait till we get TJ Hawkinson and Jordan Addison back. I agree. Man, the fact that we won this game without Jordan Addison, without Ivan Pace Jr., without Dallas Turner, Without the inactive players, we are a legit team. Try and dissect us all you want. We are a legit team, and I'm tired of hearing anything different. I'm tired of it. And you know what? Kevin O'Connell, I'm so glad that he gave a shout out to all the fans. And, we all deserve a game ball after that one. We all deserve a game ball. Appreciate you, North Media. True North Media. Your Minnesota Vikings are 3-0. And they're playing as good as anyone in the NFL. They're leading the NFL in point differential. Darnold is playing like an MVP. He's putting up statistics that are beyond almost any other QB in the NFL, it feels like. Aaron Jones still has the juice. This Flores defense has a chance to be historic. We're on to Green Bay. I'm so excited for that game. Just quoting the Purple FTW podcast on Twitter. He puts out some pretty nice content. And Cameron Bynum, the interception by him, I am so glad I predicted that. That's awesome. And this defense is unbelievable. I mean, nobody does that to CJ Stroud. I mean, Brian Flores deserves all the money. Shout out to Will Rackets for that post. He's the Vikings beat writer. I'm really excited. I can't find the first loss, as Paul Allen would say. I cannot find the first loss. Someone help me. Help me find the first loss. I can't find it. Paul Allen would always do that famous binocular thing. I'm just so hyped, man. Aaron Jones next week, 150 plus 40-yard receptions. You know what? 40-yard receiving yards. I agree with that. I say that's reasonable, beyond reasonable, and I think that is something that Aaron Jones can pull off. Give him the right space, the right blocking. He's still got the juice. And I cannot wait for him to show that to all of those Green Bay Packers fans, man. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for us to just go to Green Bay and just, you know what I mean? And Kevin O'Connell, man, this is one of the first times that I've seen him take his foot and put it on the opposing team's necks. He did that to the Giants, the Niners, and now the Texans. He is just destroying and dominating these teams that people are claiming to be world-class teams. And you know what? I have a lot of respect for the Texans. I love me some CJ Stroud. But the thing is, when you play the Brian Flores defense and you get caught in his hands, there's no escaping. And he will never let go. Because at his signal, the Vikings defense will unleash, quote, absolute hell. They will unleash hell on any offense. That's the quote from a movie, At My Signal, Unleash Hell. You know that movie, right? I actually haven't seen it. I don't even know the title of it, but I just saw a quote of it. But Malik Willis, he's got nothing on us. Will Reichard, 58-yarder, doink and in. I love that too. I love that as well. All the fans seem quiet. All the opposing fans seem pretty quiet. And they had the Vikings as pretenders, huh? Only winning 4 games during the season. Who's pretending now, ESPN? Who's pretending now, national media? Who's pretending? Sam Darnold today, 17 of 28 for passing, 181 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 119.2 passer rating, and he's the NFL leader in passing touchdowns through 3 games. That is our king. Sam Darnold is our king. Deal with it. This guy will be our quarterback possibly for years to come. Who really knows? Who really knows? I'm just so excited for everything that's going to happen. And, yeah. It is so refreshing, man. It is so refreshing to not feel scared and anxious whenever our kicker goes up to kick the field goal. It feels so good because you know he's going to make it. You know Will Reichard is going to make it. You know it. And I pray that God stays by Will Reichard's side and any Vikings kicker as we continue to battle this curse and continue to destroy this curse. God, stay with Will Reichard and the entire Vikings crew and beat this kicking curse and the Vikings curse and win us the Super Bowl. I cannot wait. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. On to the statistics. We're going to go with team stats first. Texans 296 total yards, mostly garbage time. 274 yards of total offense or total yards for the Vikings. Passing yards 258 for the Texans, 156 for the Vikings. Texans had 38 rushing yards, Vikings had 118. Texans had 4.7 yards per play, Vikings had 4.6 yards per play. Vikings had 19 first downs, Texans with 17. Texans were 4 for 14 on third down efficiency, and the Vikings were 6 for 13. On fourth down efficiency, 2 for 4 for the Texans, and Vikings were 1 for 1. I hope Justin Jefferson's hand heals because he didn't have any catches in the second half due to the fact that he had a hand injury and some of the passes were a bit behind him. But, he dropped a couple, so I hope he's okay. I hope his hand is okay, so prayers for him for that. Vikings had 60 total plays. The Texans with 63. The Vikings have allowed 5 sacks and more than 1 turnover. This Brian Flores defense, man, clap it up for this Brian Flores defense, man. I cannot fathom how great Brian Flores is. And the fact that I met this guy last year. I met Brian Flores, guys, after the Vikings-Buccaneers game in week 1 of last season. That was a blessing of mine. I met our defensive superstar. I met our defensive genius. Man, the Vikings unfortunately allowed both 4 sacks, but we did sack the Texans more, though, didn't we? And both teams punted the ball 4 times. We forced the Texans on 4 straight false starts and also illegal formations. Want to know why? This U.S. Bank Stadium crowd, the fans are underrated. The fans are the guys. Man, oh man, oh man. This is something different, man. Something different. This is incredible. And our guy, Johnny Munt, even getting a touchdown. How about that? How about that, man? Sam Darnold continued to play. Never pumped the brakes. We cannot pump the brakes. That's what we did with Kirk Cousins. This is Sam Darnold. No interceptions. And by the way, quick stat. Kirk Cousins has never scored 4 passing touchdowns as a Minnesota Viking in his career. Just got to get that out there. You guys are right. Kevin O'Connell needs to get paid. He's got to get extended. Cam Bynum needs to get extended. Brian Flores needs to get paid as well, man. Johnny Munt is incredible. What a team. This is a special, uncommon team. I bet you have seen it all. Vikings fans, 50 years old plus, they've seen it all, man. Sammy Dimes, what's up, Vocal Vike? Uncle Rat, appreciate you joining the crew. Appreciate you joining the live stream, and I appreciate you overall. By the way, thank you so much for being there at Skollll Fest, and it was so great meeting you again in Minnesota. We got to do it again, and also I got to go visit you in South Carolina. I've been itching to visit South Carolina. I don't know as a Minnesotan if I'm going to be able to handle the heat, but, it is what it is. And I remember you saying in Minnesota that whenever someone goes to South Carolina, they may not want to leave. So we'll see how that goes. Sammy Dimes, if you ask me, way better than Danny Dimes, because Daniel Jones is not it at all. And yeah, the Texans threw 2 interceptions. They had 11 penalties, which cost them 88 yards. Vikings had 5 penalties that cost them 30 yards. The Vikings had 29 minutes and 29 minutes and 18 seconds of possession of the ball. The Texans had 30 minutes and 42 seconds of possession. Again, garbage time mostly. But yeah, I'm excited. Sam Darnold, 181 yards and 4 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, 19 carries, 102 yards, almost a touchdown. He averaged 5.4 yards per run. Ty Chandler, 7 rushes for 13 yards. It seemed like a lot more, though. Jalen Naylor, 1 rush for 3 yards, which got them the first down on 4th and 1. Justin Jefferson, 6 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown, averaging 13.5 yards per catch. Best wide receiver in the NFL, if you ask me, or anyone else for that matter. Aaron Jones, 5 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Jalen Naylor, 3 catches for 31 yards and another easy touchdown. Brandon Powell, 1 catch for 13 yards. Trent Sherfield Sr., 1 catch for 8. Johnny Munt with a 2-yard touchdown on his first reception. Andrew Van Ginkel with a sack and 5 tackles. Cam Bynum also 5 tackles and an interception This guy keeps on making it a movie, and I predicted it too in a Twitter post hours before the game. That was a great prediction by me. Again, not to brag, I just feel so excited about that. Jonathan Grenard, three sacks. Camu Grugier-Hill, what a baller! This guy showed up for this game with an interception, and should have had a forced fumble, but the NFL officiating is so screwed up nowadays. Jalen Redmond finally got a sack. Shout out to him. Props to Jalen Redmond. I wish Bill Richter got a sack, but it's all right. It's no big deal. Bill Richter will eventually get something. He's still mini J.J. Watt, in my opinion. That is J.J. Watt in the making. Bill Richter is still a different breed. Yeah, awesome. Definitely shout out to him for sure, man. Great fans. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm overall excited for this season for the Vikes. And Will Riker, by the way, 2 for 2 on field goals. His longest one was 58 yards that game. 58 yards and I believe 10 points in total for him in kicking. That includes extra points and field goals. Ryan Wright, 4 punts, 193 yards in total for punts. He averaged 48.3 yards per punt, and 2 of the punts were inside the 20-yard line. C.J. Stroud had 215 yards, a touchdown, but 2 interceptions thrown. He was 20 for 31. Davis Mills came in and had a 79-yard passing day, and we still stopped them, by the way. Cam Akers had 9 carries for 21 yards. Stephon Diggs, 10 catches for 94 yards, but no touchdowns. Nico Collins, 4 catches, 86 yards. Tank Dell, 5 for 62. 2 sacks by Tim Settle Jr. He's a nice player. Derek Barnett, who I think is kind of washed, still did get a sack. Will Anderson Jr. did get a sack as well. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Tommy Townsend also had a nice punting day with 4 punts, 177 yards, averaged 44.3 yards per punt, and 2 of those punts were inside the 20-yard line. Wow. Okay, the Brian Flores defense will not give up that many points this season. Will not give up many points this season at all. Aren't you guys excited, by the way? And I think Cameron Bynum, by the way, will continue to get so many more picks, interceptions. They will line up. I'm excited for that. Excited for so much more. This team is a bunch of guys with a bunch of guys with God-given talent. How about that? That's the best way to word it, honestly. Wow. Incredible. Definitely incredible. Our depth is definitely amazing. We have a great group of guys. I saw that Harrison Phillips did show up on the defensive line. Absolutely love the way he's been playing. Absolutely love the way he was playing. He's an underrated player. Same with Blake Cashman. So lots of those guys are guys who don't get talked about enough, but are guys who put in the work and ball out each and every game. I'm so excited. The Vikings are a top 5 team for sure. And they're not 5, they're not 4, they're not 3, and they are darn well not 2. Number 1, baby, Skollll Vikings. And another thing is they doubt us. They doubt us so much, yet we still show up each and every day with victories. We've proven ourselves enough. National media, show us respect. Show us respect. No more doubting us. No more. And you know what? The Vikings are going to have themselves a day. But you know what? It was also the battle of the former players of the Vikings and Texans. So, former Texans players were Jonathan Grenard, Camu Grugier-Hill, Blake Cashman, and Shaquille Griffin. Former Vikings players were Chris Boyd, Stephon Diggs, Daniil Hunter, and Cam Akers, as well as Case Keenum, but he was on IR, the injured reserve list. So It was the battle of the revenge game, I guess, of the former players of former teams. So yeah, battle of revenge games, former players, former teams, and former. Yeah, it was crazy. It was honestly crazy. I've never seen a game with that many former players of that many former teams, I guess. Because Camu Grugier-Hill did play on the Panthers at one point, and probably another team that I'm forgetting. I think the Cardinals, but I could be wrong. They definitely must respect us now. What a team. What a game. I'm speechless. I don't know what else to say other than the fact that this team is legit. This team is uncommon. This team is a team to watch out for. This winning is helping us more than they think. And the fans love Kevin O'Connell, don't they? Brian Flores, that's our defensive coordinator. How does it feel that you guys let Brian Flores have this many defensive players, this many stars? How does it feel, other 31 teams of the NFL? How does it feel? How does it feel that you guys messed up this badly? They must respect the Vikings now. They must respect the purple now. We contained and shut down C.J. Stroud. We beat the Texans 34-7. Who else has blown out the Texans before? In this day and age, who else in the past year has blown out the Texans? I will wait for you guys to answer that question. But of course, haters and doubters, you can't. Aaron Jones, 148 total yards and a touchdown. Washed? Think again. Think again. Think again. To all the people who hated on us and doubted on us, who thought we weren't going to win this game. We won against the Texans. We blew out the Texans 34-7 without Jordan Addison, without TJ Hawkinson, without Ivan Pace Jr., without Dallas Turner, without Mekhi Blackman. Put some respect on the purple. Put some respect on the Vikings' name. Sack after sack after sack. Turnover after turnover after turnover. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Jalen Naylor is a beast, by the way. Yes, they must respect us. Definitely. Definitely. Great takes. Thank you very much. But yeah, Justin Jefferson doing the usual stuff as always, getting open, getting touchdowns. Much respect to him. But that is all. That's my analysis about this game. I am so super, super excited about what's yet to come for the Vikings. Hope you guys are too. No more doubting the Vikings. National media, no more doubting us. No more. No more. We have proven ourselves more than enough, and I cannot wait for the future. 17-0. Here we come. Skoll Vikings on to 17-0 and the Lombardi Trophy.
I know you're scared. Yeah, I do too. If I were you. I know you're scared. I do too.